a beautiful day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. Ah. We got any fans of Mr. Rogers out there? All right. I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. Are you all ready for story time? Yes! Ooh, no spoilers. I'm glad to hear that you're ready for story time because I sure have a story to tell. Gosh, I love to talk. Today's story... Oh, you can keep clapping if you want, sir. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, stop.
We love Mary Poppins.
Oh, I love you too. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, mashed up with a very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it, it's Cinderpool. Oh, you fan of Cinderpool there, thank you. I came up with that myself. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, look at these adorable pictures, by the way, will you? I mean, I scribbled these myself, thank you. All right, let's see if we can find the opening words. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. Wasn't that fun and interactive? Well, upon that time, once, Cinderpool lived in a big mansion with his shiny-headed step-professor and a bunch of hideous step-mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that nobody cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials. And for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underwear from the ceiling fan. The other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, such a cool name, was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super jealous because Cinderpool had a much, and I mean much, larger fan base. Oh, thank you. Oh, stop it. I mean, this isn't called, story time with Colossus, now is it? I actually probably would watch that, though. Then, one day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming. King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3, the last truly relevant phase. Cinderpool desperately wanted to go to the big battle, but Colossus said, "No, too dangerous. Cinderpool don't know how to be part of team." And then Colossus ripped up Cinderpool's nicest costume before Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, such a cool name, made it explode into a million pieces with her mind powers before popping her gum. Oh, so Gen Z. On fleek, Sigma, no cap. Cinderpool was very bummed and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Minus 100,000 aura, as Negasonic would say. He ran out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect. Hello there, sir. When suddenly, a big, strange, sparkly circle appeared. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle walked out Cinderpool's fairy, hairy god mutants, Wolverine! All right, Loki Bear, you have to actually step through the big, strange, sparkly circle, otherwise the audience won't...
Fine.
Oh, yes! Oh, fairy, hairy god mutant Wolverine. I desperately want to go to the big battle, but my mean step mutants destroyed my costume.
Shut up!
Growled Wolverine lovingly.
What?
Well, my step mutants destroyed my costume. I have to go to the big battle.
Why should I care? Just get another one. Stop whining. God.
Okay. Well, after that very sage and somewhat Australian advice, Cinderpool headed off to the wardrobe department to get a freshly laundered costume, and then went to the big battle. He missed most of it, though, because he stopped for chimichangas along the way. Priorities. Yes, she gets it. Yeah, thank you. But rest assured, when Cinderpool got there, the Avengers were still winning. Captain America looked so cool and so ruggedly handsome in those pants. And meanwhile, Cinderpool's fairy, hairy god mutant Wolverine was...
I can't do this anymore. I'm going to Pim's.
Okay. Pim's, yeah, priorities. Yeah, that honestly really does check out. Okay. I guess we didn't really have the rights to him back then anyway, so... Anyway, then as the aliens were flying away in defeat, Cinderpool saw something on the stairs of one of the spaceships. It was a single glove and a camera. Hello there. Wow, this glove was so fancy. Big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's really relevant information. I wonder who this fits, thought Cinderpool to himself, before trying it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it adjusted right to Cinderpool's arm. Then, out of nowhere, Iron Man came flying in out of left field, screaming, "Hey, take that off! Don't you dare take this sacrifice from me! I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90! In fact, I would rather be doomed than be Iron Man again. Doomed! Stop it, oh stop. Trust me, I'm just as confused as you guys are. In a good way. And then other, much less relevant Avengers came running in too, saying things like, "Put that down, that's not a toy, whatever you do, do not snap." So obviously Cinderpool snapped. Oh yeah, Cinderpool snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. And then the weirdest thing happened. It was probably unrelated, but half of the people kept disappearing, and then reappearing, and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said "I love you" like 3,000 times, which is weird. But eventually, everyone did come back. Well, everyone except for those who text and call during movies. We didn't bring them back, but that's okay. Yeah, I know, right? But then the Avengers tackled Cinderpool, ripped off his new favorite glove, and then when they went on to remake the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto Cinderpool's majestic body, and it went on to become the most profitable film in the Feige cinematic universe. The FCU, as I like to call it. I'm still workshopping that acronym. I feel like there's just one too many letters. Well, anyway, everything honestly worked out for Cinderpool, because Cinderpool went on to start his own, even more successful franchise. That's right. It was so successful, in fact, that Cinderpool was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah. In theaters at some point. Well, that's the end. Game, if you will. Okay, not a big fan of puns here, I guess. I practiced that in the shower all morning. Could you laugh a little harder than that? Okay, whoa, too much now. Oh, you guys are adorable. Well, thank you all for coming to another illustrious story time with your new favorite Disney princess, Deadpool.